Hello, my name is Lamar and I'm a developer at Hero Technical Solutions. And today I want to show you how you can improve your CRM game by integrating your email and using email templates. And so I'm going to do this by highlighting a demo example that we can follow along with. So we have this client called Bright Edge Solutions, and they have a sales team that will regularly reach out to new leads captured through their website's contact form. Whenever they reach out, each lead should receive a personalized welcome email that introduces the company, provides next steps, and also invites them to a scheduled meeting. However, because before using Zoho CRM email templates, each rep was manually typing or copying emails from old threads, and that led to inconsistent messaging, mispersonalization, lost time rewriting or formatting the same email over and over again. And so that's one of their problems. So another problem that they came to us with is that the sales team has an issue where all their communication with prospects was happening in personal inboxes like Gmail or Outlook. So as a result, sales reps were constantly running into issues where conversations with clients were scattered across different inboxes. Managers couldn't see what communication had already happened. And when a rep was out of office, nobody else could pick up on the conversation. And they were copying and pasting messages manually into the CRM notes to keep up to date. So as you can imagine, all of this is very time-consuming, tedious work, and it's slowing down their productivity. So they came to us to help fix these issues. So the solution here is to use email templates and email integration. With email integration, we can email our leads, contacts, accounts, and whoever without ever needing to exit the CRM. We're also provided with a nice hub for the emails to live in, such that other members of our team can gain visibility and will be able to respond if needed. For Bright Edge Solutions, each sales rep will connect their business email, for example, Gmail or Outlook, to Zoho CRM. This allows them to send and track emails directly from within CRM, meaning that they can see all communication history under each lead or contact record. With templates, we can create one email and then have Zoho CRM pre-fill all of our current leads data into the template without ever needing to do anything. In this way, we can remove the time required to rewrite the same email over and over again. And so for Bright Edge Solutions, their admin, or us acting as their admin, will be able to create a set of templates, and the template will contain merge fields, so each email is personalized automatically each time. And so here's how you can implement email integration and templates into Zoho CRM. Okay, so to set up your email integration, the first thing you're going to want to do is open up your CRM. Next, you're going to click the gear icon on the left to navigate to your settings page. Once you're there, under channels, click email. And now you're at this page where you can customize your email style. We're actually going to go ahead and skip this tab and go to the second tab called email. And now we see this button called Getting Started. And here is where we can really configure our email integration. So if you click Get Started, it's going to open up this list of options where you can actually begin to set up the email integration. So choose the one that best fits your email provider. We're going to go ahead and start with Outlook. For Outlook, what we have here is we have these protocols. For these protocols, I'm going to kind of try and explain each of them, but ultimately my recommendation is that you just stick with IMAP here. So here we go. The first one, IMAP, this is a protocol where it's kind of a two-way sync between your mail server and Zoho. So the emails are actually copied from your mail server onto Zoho, but they live on your mail server. And so changes that happen in Zoho will also be reflected in your mail server, so your original Outlook email, and vice versa. If you make a change, if you open an email, move an email, delete an email, any of those things, if you do it in Outlook, it will be reflected in Zoho. Pop is a one-way sync where the emails are downloaded from your web server onto Zoho. So they now live on Zoho, and so any changes that you make in the emails here, so if you open an email, delete an email, etc., that will not be reflected on your original account. So it's only a one-way sync. The changes will show up in Zoho, but they won't show up on your Outlook account, Microsoft. So the last one is Graph API, and Graph API is basically just Microsoft specific protocol. It's very similar to IMAP, where it's a two-way sync, but it's just very specific to Microsoft. So as I said, you usually want IMAP because that's going to create a copy of your emails and have them live on Zoho and also in your original mail server. So once you click your protocol, you can then press configure. That's going to open up a modal to actually sign into your email. You do that, and that's going to redirect you down to the same page. You might get this import email filters pop-up. Just go ahead and press skip. Right now, we're only trying to work through setting up your integration. We're not really concerned with skipping any emails or filtering out any emails. So I'm going to skip. And now we can see a few things about our Outlook account, our integration here. So we are integrated. We have the IMAP protocol. We see our name, our email address, configuration status, and we have this sync status here. So that sync status is basically just detailing whether or not your emails are synced already. For me, it says completed. Sometimes it doesn't actually complete right away. It might show yet to start or something like that. And after some time, it will eventually go to completed. So next we have the email sharing settings. This just details how you want your emails to be shared within Zoho. So right now, all my email conversations are private and only I can see them, but you can change them to public so that everybody can see them. You just change that to public. You can press close here. Basically what that's telling you is that you might want to exclude your domain if you use one. That way any internal emails will be able to be filtered from your public space. So you won't be sharing any internal emails if you do that. So let's say Bright Edge Solutions had at brightedgesol.ca, something like that. Now any email that has that will be filtered from my sharing list. Okay, so there's one other thing that I want to show with regards to email integration. So I'm going to go ahead and deactivate this. I'm going to click Get Started again. I want to show how you can set up your email integration for a custom domain. I know a lot of companies do have a custom domain, and so it might be helpful just to see what information would be there and what to do when you're setting it up. So you click Other, you choose the protocol. Again, ultimate recommendation is just leave it as IMAP. Click Configure, and now we have these options here. So you choose your display name. I'm going to choose Tony. And so you can choose your email address. So let's say Tony at Bright Edge. And then you'd write in your password for this account. And so now you have these funny things called incoming server, port, use SSL, use same credentials for the outgoing. This stuff here is basically just stuff that your network administrator will be able to fill you in on. It depends on how your server is set up, so they will be able to advise you as to what to put there. And for here, you'd want it to be the same email address. And same thing. Your network administrator will be able to advise you as to what to put there. So once that's done, you would then go ahead and press configure, and that's going to log you into your email, similar to what we did with Outlook. Once you're logged in, you may also want to improve your email deliverability. So you're making sure that your emails are actually hitting their targets. If you go up to the top, click email deliverability, it's going to get you to this page where you can add your domain and then authenticate it. So I just want to show you how you get that process started. You click add domain, type in your email address. You're going to want to type in the full thing. So for me, I'm going to do this. I'm going to add this domain. That's going to send an email to this account, and basically you would then take the code and enter it, and then from there we'll show you what else you need to do. But I'm going to go ahead and open up that email now. So I'm also going to add another domain just to show the difference between what it would look like. I'm going to add. So once you open up that email, it's going to have a verification code. You can go in there, click verify, and that will verify your email. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click validate records. And this is going to give you some keys that you would then enter into your DNS to authenticate your domain. So once you do that, that is going to increase your email deliverability. But now, going back, we don't actually have a custom account, so we're going to go back and we're just going to use the regular Outlook account that we attached before. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you how you can build your own email template. First thing that you would do is obviously navigate to your settings page, then underneath customization, click templates. That's going to bring you to this page where you can see all of your email templates. Go ahead and click new template to create a new one. Select the module that you want to create the template for. It's kind of important as the module that you select is where you're going to find the template. So if I create a template for leads, it's actually going to be for any lead record that I'm in. I can use this template. And I'm going to need to create a different one for contacts. So select leads. So let's go to, so you have all of these different options here. Go ahead and click insert HTML plain text. That's going to give you an actual blank merge template. The other ones might have some weird stylings. This one is just completely blank and you can write how you would want to. So I already have a template set up, or at least a blank doc with some styling. So I'm just going to paste that in and style it as needed. And okay. So now I have this document here. I have on this email, I have some areas where it's sectioned out for merge fields. Merge field is basically just a field that comes directly from your CRM record. So these areas where you see the brackets and then some kind of field name, that is where I want to put my merge fields. It's not quite the right syntax. So let's go ahead and change these. So let's start with the first one. There we want the lead name. To do this, it also tells you this at the bottom, but if you put hashtag down, that's going to open up this menu where you can select the field that you want to use as a merge field. This drop-down bar allows you to select the different modules. Note that you can only choose from modules that are related to the original module choice that you have. So because this is a leads template, I have all of these modules which are related to the leads through lookup fields on the lead record. So there we want the first name. So I'm going to leave that module there as leads. I'm going to select first name. And now we can see I have the merge field in its proper form there. So I'm going to go ahead and replace these ones as well. So this one is looking for the sales rep name. So the sales rep in this case is probably going to be the lead owner. So what we want to do is choose the lead owner from the drop-down module, from the drop-down menu. That's going to open up the lead owner's fields, and we can select first name there. Next thing we want to do is change this lead company. So once again, we're just clicking the hashtag, go directly to company, full name, hashtag. This is my lead's full name. So for this, you can use lead owner that is underneath the leads module. And now designation. That's going to be the role of the lead owner. And so now I have my template pretty much set out here. There's a few other things that you can do if you so desire to have on your template. You can actually you can add images to it. You can change the styling on it basically. You can embed stuff if you want. But none of that was really asked for in our case study. They simply want a simple email that goes out and it's personalized, and it will also have a booking link so they can book in with their leads. So to get that booking link in here, there's a few different ways that we can do this. I'm going to use OneHub just because it's fairly straightforward and simple. You can view my full schedule and book a meeting with us. And so now if I highlight over my full schedule, change this into a link by clicking that chain up there, insert link. And now this is where I'd want to actually put my link. So I've opened up OneSub here. If I click this share button on this calendar, that opens up my booking link. And I can just copy this and paste it into my email template for that URL. So now we can see it styled here. It looks nice. We can preview this. can also maybe attach some attachments. Maybe let's say if we had some case studies that we wanted our customers to look at, we can attach them there. But again, we don't necessarily need to do this. Bright Edge Solutions isn't asking for that. They just want the simple email. So let's go ahead, write our template name. Let's write a subject here. And now save this. So we wrote the subject, and now we're going to save this. So when you're saving it, you can select public email templates. That's going to make it available to everybody. You can also choose a new folder and share that folder. Or you can share a private folder if you want only you to have this template. But we're just going to choose public email templates. Click save. And so there is our email template here. So now let's go ahead and actually test this out now that we have it. Let's go to modules. Underneath lead. So I'm just going to select 3 test cases here. I'm going to choose these 3 here. Send email, choose the template, welcome new leads, send immediately, and I'm going to hit send. And so we've sent these 3 emails. Just to note that these are sample contacts, so once I open this up, we might see that it says that they've bounced, but we'll show you that when we get there. So this is the first lead. If I scroll down to emails, we can see that email. We see the subject. We can see how my email looks. It says their first name. It mentions their company. It says my name, my position, and I have this link to my full schedule. Now, if I choose a different one here, Felix, we can see the same thing. This one says Felix, however, not Tressa, and a different company. But otherwise, the email is exactly the same with the same formatting. So that pretty much wraps up how we can set up email integration and email templates in Zoho CRM.